This portion of Lee Pitts Live is brought to you by Hodges University, educating the leaders of our community for over 20 years.
I'll be ready, Southwest Florida, when the time comes and the lights go up. Lee Pitts Live will be ready. We're delighted that you're joining us here in the second Sunday of March, March 9th to be exact. We got a fabulous show in store for you here on the award-winning Lee Pitts Live. And of course, I'm your host, Lee Pitts. Just want to remind you, too, that you can hit us up on Facebook, Lee Pitts Live. We're on Facebook as Lee Pitts Live, and we're also, you can friend us under my normal name, Lee Pitts. It's kind of strange, you know, your name of your TV show is your real name. So all those people who are out there giving me shouts all the time when you see me and say, hey, Lee Pitts Live, appreciate that. Keep watching the show. Today we get a chance to talk to Bridget Falls. She's her first time guest, so we call her name first. She's with the Boys and Girls Club of Collier County, and also we get to talk to Tony Orr with the Boys and Girls Club of Collier County as well to talk about the Youth of the Year program. And we get the chance to talk to a FBI agent. Retired. The guy has done it all. He should be president of the United States, if you ask me. Phil Reed is here to talk about his book, Three Sisters Pond. All that's happening is happening on Lee Pitts Live, so keep it locked and call somebody. Tell them to tune in to Lee Pitts Live right now. We'll be right back.
If you live in the city of Fort Myers and your income qualifies, you could benefit from many of the city's housing programs. There are no interest loans and grants available to purchase an affordable home, rehabilitate your home, or prevent foreclosure on your home. The sooner you call, the sooner you can improve your living condition. Just call us at the numbers on the screen or visit our website. We want to help you.
Community, opportunity, police, and service. Come join the team. Together, we can make a difference.
Students at Dunbar High's STEM and College Preparatory Academy are unlocking their future. Programs offered are designed for exploration in new technologies like robotics, 3D animation, game design, forensic and biomedical sciences, and engineering. Dunbar High School has been an A high school for 2 consecutive years and is the only Microsoft certified high school in the world. Take the first steps in securing your child's future and contact us today and see for yourself what Dunbar High School has to offer.
This portion of Lee Pitts Live is brought to you by Bruno and Prado for marital and family law, personal injury, workers' compensation, or Social Security disability. Call us or visit our website. And by the Children's Network of Southwest Florida, building strong links for children in need. And by Hope PACE, a program of all-inclusive care for the elderly, providing coordinated medical and dental care, transportation, meals, and social opportunities. Affectionately known as the Q, Quality Life Center has been instilling pride in families and the community for nearly 20 years. At Quality Life Center, we're in the kid business. The after-school program provides homework assistance, mentoring, and creative outlets like karate, music, and drama. The seasonal camps are fun-filled adventures in sailing, archery, and learning the green life. Call us or visit our website to learn more about other youth and social service programs. At the Q, we're helping children and families in the community to learn, grow, and succeed.
Welcome back, Southwest Florida. It's my favorite time of the year. It seemed like it was just yesterday I was talking about the Boys and Girls Club of Collier County. Of course, you all know that I'm a Boys and Girls Club of America's National Alumni Hall of Famer, and that's on my resume somewhere. And I bring it up whenever I need to bring it up, and I need to bring it up right now because I got my good friend in here from the Boys and Girls Club, Tony Orr, and we also introducing a new person to the TV show, Bridget Falls from the Boys and Girls Club. Let's bump, and boom, welcome to Lee Pitts Live, and we're so delighted to get you here. Let's start off with first me, Tony. Let's go with your title and what your actual responsibilities are down in Collier County.
Tony Orr, Chief Operating Officer for Boys and Girls Clubs of Collier County. And main responsibility is to oversee the 50 programs we offer our young people. I also work in our development office and also in HR. So I kind of have my hands in every department in our organization.
Okay. You're the nuts and bolts guy then.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, behind the scenes.
Let's make sure we plug Teresa. She was here a couple of months ago. She's your CEO down there. And Bridget.
I am the events coordinator, so I handle the logistics for our fundraising event side as well as our social media and our special events marketing.
Okay. People can like Boys and Girls Club of Collier County. Go ahead and plug that.
They can like us on Facebook, they can follow us on Twitter as well as Instagram.
There you go. Social network has taken over. Tony, let me just deviate for a second and talk about the social network. Good thing, bad thing for kids now, somewhere in the middle. What do you think?
I think it's a good thing. I think it's a great way of reaching young people. You know, so many young people are now engaged in social media, Facebook,
So
Twitter,
can't
Instagram.
avoid it. You gotta be a part of it.
Yeah, so you have to have some positive alternatives for young people to be involved in. And believe it or not, a lot of our Boys and Girls Club members actually go on our website and look at our Facebook and Twitter and Instagram because we do a really good job of highlighting young people. So they like to see their pictures and information on there.
And surprisingly to you guys to know, I've gone on there before. I think I'm a friend, and I've seen my picture on there. You guys made me famous.
Good.
Keep making me famous. Bridget. Bridget, let's talk. You say you're the events coordinator. I'm going to work through you first. Tell us about the Youth of the Year event that's coming up.
The Youth of the Year event, it's our celebration event. It'll be our second annual, and it's a recognition program for our teen members. It highlights their leadership qualities. So this year we have 20 nominees from our Immokalee site, our Manatee site, and our main campus site, and they're competing to be our Youth of the Year. And then they'll be announced actually at the Youth of the Year celebration on March 24th at Artist Naples.
That's great. Now, you don't know this, and Tony, you don't know this either, but I was at the NAACP of Collier County's gala this past weekend, and I interviewed your Youth of the Year from last year. She was extremely impressive, and she plugged the Boys and Girls Club along the way. What do you remember? I can't remember her name.
Denise Mark.
Right. It'll be airing here in the future on the show. What is the primary purpose of the Youth of the Year?
Basically, it's to grasp those leadership qualities in our teen members, give them some kind of recognition. The event really is to highlight them, and it just they're really excited, and we basically treat them like celebrities. So,
Tony, let's go back to that flyer again, Rick. We're looking at the flyer on the screen for your upcoming Youth of the Year program. We're looking at Shaquille O'Neal and Dickie V. What does it do for the Youth of the Year program when you bring in those types of celebrities to be speakers?
Well, it provides opportunity and hope. It's good to hear from people like Shaquille O'Neal, who grew up in a Boys and Girls Club, because he can speak firsthand about the impact of Boys and Girls Club. So our young people see that it's reachable, not just being a professional athlete, but Shaquille has been very successful in the business world. He has a couple of books out. He's a commentary on ESPN. So I mean, it kind of opened those doors for career opportunities. And Dick Vitale, he's very passionate. He's very passionate about young people, and he's been a great advocate for Boys and Girls Club over the many years. So
yeah, and last year you had some great standouts there as well. Ruben Studdard, Mario Lopez, and Jackie Joyner-Kersee. See, just showing off my knowledge of it.
And John Farrell, who won the World Series with the Red Sox. So
that's right.
Yeah,
that's right. Sure was.
Yeah.
Everybody was there. It was an excellent event. And this year, let's go back to you, Bridget. This year is going to take place again at what we used to know as the Field. They renamed it to the
Artist Naples.
Artist Naples. Tell people what they can expect if they come to the Youth of the Year big event.
Okay, well, we're offering our sponsorships, and they begin at $1,000. That includes a cocktail reception, photo opportunities with our celebrity guests, and a dinner. And then following is the program. We also have $50 general admission tickets to the program available to the general public. So basically, like I said, they're highlighting all of our 20 nominees, and then our 2 special guests will give some kind of presentation. Shaquille will talk about his experience as a Boys and Girls Club member and what it means to him.
Yeah, that's a good point that you make. Shaquille O'Neal and Dick Vitale have a strong relationship with the Boys and Girls Club. How does Dick Vitale? He's an alumni Hall of Famer as well?
No, he's not. He's actually not an alumni, but he supports our Sarasota branch up in Sarasota, and he's a huge supporter of children, philanthropy. So
Dickie
really
V, PT Pierce. You guys don't know Dickie V of ESPN fame. Tony, let's go big picture. And but before we go big picture, and Rick, we're going to show a lot of the photos of the kids during this segment with Tony. Let's make sure we give the date and time of the Youth of the Year program.
March the 24th, start time at 6 p.m.
Okay. What is the Boys and Girls Club of Collier County in a nutshell?
Great organization centered around young people. We serve young people between the ages of 6 to 18 years old. We're open for all year long. We have an after-school program that runs from August to May, and then we go to a 9-week summer program that starts early June until early August. So
we're looking at a wide range of activities that take place there. But go ahead and elaborate on some of the details of the programs that you have there.
Well, we really try to focus in what we call our Formula for Impact, and we focus around academic success. We want to make sure all of our young people are graduating from high school on time with a plan for their future. Also, good character and citizenship, and then healthy lifestyles. So we try to really program in those 3 core areas.
What are some standout problems that really you're noticing that young people are facing these days?
Identity. Young people really learning early on, who they are, what they like, and then also wanting to be a part of something and just trying to figure that out. So, the Boys and Girls Club provides that safe haven because we're open to all young people, and we're so diverse with the young people that we serve. So I would say those are probably some big things.
When I was a young kid growing up in the club, one of the things that always stood out to me is when I walked into the Boys and Girls Club with my Boys and Girls Club t-shirt on, I just felt like everybody was equal. Right. It wasn't you up here, big you, little me, even though I was coming in from poverty in a housing project. It just felt everything was equal. Is that something that's always been a tradition to maintain that everybody's equal thing?
I think it's just the Boys and Girls Club culture, yes. I mean, I can remember going to the club as a young person and, having my membership card, and, everybody just felt like it was home. And so I think the club still provides that to young people. We actually give our club members a t-shirt and membership card as well. So they still have that sense of identity that this is the place to be after school.
Tell us about the reception that you get when you get on the phone and you start calling up some of these celebrities to come down and help you out with what you're doing. How do they respond?
They respond very well, especially if they have a connection to Boys and Girls Club. Working with Shaquille O'Neal over the last 6 months, he's been great to work with. From the commercial side, from some of the things that we're going to do for our nominees the night of the event. He's very passionate. He actually cares about young people, and his heart is in the right place.
And that's the Youth of the Year program. Rick, if you can bring that flyer back up, we're going to sum this up. And it's been great having both of you on the program. Let's go back to you, Bridget, and sum up the Youth of the Year program, including dating time.
The Youth of the Year celebration is March 24th, and it'll be at Artist Naples. Everyone is invited. Shaquille O'Neal, a former Boys and Girls Club alumni, and Dick Vitale, a supporter of the organization, will be our special guests, and we'll be nominating 20 teen members. That's
excellent. And everybody can go to all your social media and find out even more detail.
Correct.
Tony, Bridget, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Let's bump out. As the saying goes on this particular show, for those who say it can't be done, they're usually interrupted by those like Tony Orr, Bridget Fall, and all the fine people at the Boys and Girls Club of Collier County who are doing it. We'll be right back with our FBI agent.
Congratulations to Lee Pitts Live, recipient of the NAACP Image Award.
Big things are happening at Southwest Florida College, and we want you to be a part of them. College tuition rates continue to soar across the country, but at Southwest Florida College, we're about to change that. For the first time, we are freezing tuition and program fees from the time you enroll until you graduate in programs like interior design, allied health, elementary education, and many more. That could be extra savings in your pocket. Freeze your tuition now by calling the number on your screen or visit us for a campus tour and a free frozen treat. Visit swfc.edu/freeze.
I am Tashika Perry. If you want to be the best you that you can be, Crowning Daughters for Success is the place for you. We are honored to serve girls ages 7 and older in the areas of etiquette, healthy self-esteem, and character. You can come to us or we can come to you. Allow Crowning Daughters to set an atmosphere that challenge, inspire, and educate our girls to be their best. What are you waiting for? Sign up or sponsor a daughter today.
Creating confidence without compromise.
The Arias Law Firm. Hi, I'm attorney Victor Arias. Have you been injured on a job or a car accident? Please give us a call. The consultation is free. Hablo español.
This portion of Lee Pitts Live is brought to you by Lee Memorial Health System and by Florida Gulf Coast University.
Welcome back, Southwest Florida. I'm so delighted to open up the show here and get a chance to talk to a leader in our country, international leader, I think. I got a chance to read his book, and it just kept me spellbound. And I know you guys have never heard me say this on the show, but after reading this book, which I think is one of the best books I ever read by Philip Reed, it made me feel like I hadn't done anything anything with my life. That book is up on the screen. It's called Three Sisters Pond. And so without further ado, I'd like to welcome to the studio the author of the book, Phil Reed. Phil, welcome to Leap Is Live. Let me ask you this. Has anybody else ever told you that when they read that book, it made them feel the same way, that they hadn't done anything with their life?
Yes, there was one particular person that told me that after reading that book, they realized that they had challenged themselves sufficiently enough and actually changed jobs and moved out of state to Texas.
Okay, it actually made me start thinking about I need to do something else. People think, I'm not saying I'm successful, but people think I've been successful, with swimming and banking and all this TV stuff. But man, I thought, and I used to get it all the time, how do I find time to do all the things that I do? But when I was looking at where you came from in Baltimore and your mom raising 3 kids by herself, your brothers and this and that, and then for you to rise to like the highest rank in the FBI was just an amazing thing. But I said all that to say that when you first decided that you wanted to write a book, what was that like for you in terms of coming to the realization I need to put my pen to pad?
Well, originally I wanted to write about one particular case, the bombing of Pan Am 103, the investigation, because it was a very interesting, intriguing investigation, and it took 3 years. But as I started to put pen to paper, I realized that there was much more that I wanted to share and needed to share beyond just that one case.
Now, the Pan Am flight, it was a national news story at the time. When you realized that you were going to be investigating that bombing there, or that, what would you call it? How would you describe that?
Yeah, it was the bombing of the Pan Am Flight 103 over Lockerbie, Scotland, back on December 21st.
I guess terrorism, right?
It was a terrorism investigation.
Right. Did it seem like a daunting task right off the bat?
Absolutely. Very, very challenging. There were 270 persons murdered in that bombing. And initially, we had no clue as to who was responsible. And over a 3-year period, we were able to put the pieces together, connect the dots, and fortunately, were able to identify at least 2 Libyan intelligence officers that were involved in that bombing, which we eventually took to trial in the Netherlands in the year 2000.
Yeah, that book, your book, I don't want to give it all away, but your book really does a great job of how you and your comrades were interacting in that trial situation. Let's back up for a second and then go forward. And I'm kind of hesitant to ask this question because I only got so much time in this interview because I know you have an extensive background, but tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm originally from Baltimore, and I was educated in public schools and Catholic schools in Baltimore. Eventually, I became a Baltimore City police officer. I was with them for 8 years. I started off on the street, working cases on the street, and then eventually moved up to personnel, where I recruited for the police department, and then eventually taught in the police academy. And then